Green flag is out. Green flag in the air, and they're slowed up there. Green flag's out, boys. Stephen Ashcraft leads the field out of turn number 2. Bobby Ruffin with a good move up in the second. Here comes Robert Vetter as well in the third. 3 wide for fourth. Bobby Ruffin charges the outside around Ashcraft. He's going to lead lap number 1. Robert Vetter underneath Ashcraft. Now he's up to second. Into 1 and 2 we go. Bobby Ruffin on the top line. Robert Vetter pedaling the bottom. Third position battle going at it right now. Josh Short to the bottom. Stephen Ashcraft up top. Josh Short going to get third off of turn number 4. Robert Vetter starting to reel in Bobby Ruffin for this lead. Three down, 3 to go this time by, and the battle for the lead is starting to develop as the 56W Tyler Webb moves up into 4th. Bobby Ruffin hammering it down on the outside line. Robert Vetter pedaling it around the bottom, and he is starting to reel in that 121 car into 3 and 4. 2 to go at the line this time by. Can it be a race for the lead? Vetter good on the inner of the corner, but Ruffin strong on the exit as he pulls away into 3 and 4 from that V8 machine. White flag coming out this time by. A little bit of a push by Ruffin, a little bit of a push by Vetter as well. As Tyler Webb, the man from Wichita Falls, up into 3rd, making a move to the front. Tyler Webb, what a drive in that 56W from the back of this field. But up at turn number 4, there's your leader, there's your winner, the 121, Bobby Ruffin. Second, the V8 of Robert Vetter. Third, it's going to be Tyler Webb out of Wichita Falls. Fourth, the 56 car of Stephen Ashcraft. Green flag is out. Green flag in the air. Scott Prather on the throttle. Prather having some issues down the front straightaway. They go 3 wide for the lead into 1 and 2. Gary Corbin going to get that lead off of turn number 2. Jim Gracie and Prather side by side on the back straightaway as Kirkendall and Neighbors are as well for the 4th spot. Prather and Gracie still side by side. Prather on the bottom side going to get second at the line. Neighbors moves up into 4th. Kim Miller on the inside of Kirkendall's. We got 5 cars under a blanket for that second spot. Gary Corbin still leading the field. Ken Miller with a great move underneath Kirkendall, now underneath the 51X of Gracie. Miller underneath is now Kirkendall. Goes around, he keeps it straight though, we stay green. Neighbors starting to charge the outside line. He goes around Prather. Ken Miller now trying to get under 3 wide down the back straightaway. Ken Miller, Prather and Neighbors 3 wide into 3 and 4. They bang wheels, they touch. Ken Miller on the move out of Greenville, Texas. Neighbors powers back around him on the outside on the turn 4. Miller still working the bottom. Great racing here for your second spot. Miller gonna pull away with it, but Neighbors with a strong run into 3 and 4. Miller good on the bottom. He takes second off at turn number 4. Gary Corbin leads as we got just 2 more laps to go. Gary Corbin working the outside line as Neighbors starting to reel in. Ken Miller could be a battle for second as the white flag runs out on the speedway. Oh, Jim Gracie around. We got 1 around in 4. Yellow flag is going to wave. Yellow flag is out for Jim Gracie in the 51X machine. Coming to a stop off of turn number 4. What's going to happen off of turn number 4 right here? Green, white, checkered is coming. Neighbors with a good run to the outside. Miller with a run on the bottom. We got 3 cars duking it out for your lead. Now Ken Miller with a run on the bottom side of Gary Corbin down the back straight with their side by side in the 3 and 4 for your lead. Steve Neighbors is there as well. Miller to the bottom, white flag in the air. One more at Kirkendall for the win. Miller pedaling around on that bottom side. Corbin up top, but Miller going to get it off a turn number 2. New leader, Ken Miller, as Neighbors makes a mistake. Pepperray Kirkendall and Scott Prather go around the 23 car. But off a turn number 4 out of Greenville, Texas, he made it work. Your winner, Ken Miller. Second, Gary Corbin. Third, Kirkendall. Fourth, Prather. Fifth, Neighbors. Sixth, Wally Beatty. Third, roll the inside. The 18, Frank Rose. And the 13, J out of Grand Prairie. That's James McCrary. 6 cars, 6 laps, and the green flag is out. Michael Daniels works into your lead. Meanwhile, Randy Kirkland side by side with Beatty. He's by Beatty now. He's going to look to the inside of Matt Reed in a 3 and 4. Kirkland on a move, getting used to that car, but not used to it enough as he almost spins it out. Kirkland not used to that 37 machine. It showed right there. Almost 4. Michael Daniels up front. This is very crucial here. Trying to work to the inside of McCrary is the 42 of Randy Kirkland. Down the back straightaway, McCrary goes back around him. Meanwhile, Michael Daniels doing what he needed to do, and that's win his heat race. It'll be 50 points in his favor. And right now as they run, Randy Kirkland would only receive 10 points as Matt Reed almost goes around in front of your field. White flag in the air. And the white flag is out. One more lap to go. Randy Kirkland, it would be pretty important right now to get around McCrary, but Kirkland off the pace in the 37 car. Kirkland, as off a turn 4, Daniels going to get the checker. Kirkland off the pace down the back straightaway. Second, Beatty. Third, McCrary, and fourth, Reed. Fifth is going to Randy Kirkland. 15 of Stephen Hardy, 77B of Brian Bolden, 39 Jimmy Stats, and Trevor Foley out of Iowa Park, Texas. Big heat race for Jimmy Stats. Green flag in the air. Kevin Simpson going to lead the field on the back straightaway. Murray settles in the second, Bolden in the third. Fourth is Hardy right now. Fifth is Jimmy Stats. Hardy starting to develop an outside line as Stats peek to the inside, but Hardy venturing up top, trying to find a line around the slick conditions here at the Devil's Bowl Speedway tonight. Hardy using that outside groove to get up to Brian Bolden, and to his outside he goes. Jimmy Stats lurking in the background as Rick Murray starting to catch your leader of Kevin Simpson. Stephen Hardy makes the move up into third at the line. Jimmy Stats now catching Bolden. He's going to go to the outside line with Hardy. Bolden on the bottom side. Looking underneath Hardy now, so we got a 3-car battle for third. Hardy, Bolden, and Stats. White flag in the air, 1 more lap to go. Bowden trying to come back underneath Hardy as Kevin Simpson is out front and leading this one. He's pulled away from Rick Murray. Bowden has an inside line on Hardy, but Hardy pulls away a little bit there. And on the turn number 4, there's your leader, there's your winner of the 56-1. That's Kevin Simpson. Murray second, and Bowden gets him at the line. Bowden gets that third spot underneath. And if they make the transfer, 6 laps of distance, top 4 only transfer out of this one. Green flag in the air. Josh Short leads lap number 1. Randy Kirkland trying to move into second underneath Steve Neighbors. Jimmy Stats there as well. Stats looking underneath Neighbors. Stats up in the third. Kirkland and Stats into the transfer spots. Neighbors on the bubble. Oh, something wrong with Kirkland. Something wrong with Kirkland. Everybody walling up. Swafford spins her around. And your leader, Josh Short, loops it off of 4. Josh Short loops it off of 4. The fourth and final transfer being occupied by that 4F of Trevor Foley. And it's a pretty good battle back there. 4 cars going at it. Josh Short trying to come from the back of the field. Short goes around Rose. Now Short trying to go around Marissa Rose, his both daughter and father back there in that M80 and 18 car. Frank Rose being the father of Marissa Rose in that M80 car, but that's the battle for the transfer of turn number 4. Trevor Foley holding down that last transfer. He slips up the track. Marissa Rose underneath. Josh Short underneath. That's the battle to keep an eye out for as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Marissa Rose trying to hold on to this final transfer spot. Stats is in, Neighbors is in, Gracie's in. Marissa Rose pulls away from Josh Short. Checkered flag in the air. Stats is in, Neighbors is in, Gracie is in, and Marissa Rose makes the A-main. The championship is on the line. It's your Blaines Motor Supply USA Limited Modified A-main event. The distance, 20 cars. Green flag is out. Into 1 and 2, the field goes in. Michael Daniels takes the lead on the turn number 2. Robert Vetter trying to make it a severe outside line work, and it's not going to happen at all as he slips off the racing surface. Bobby Ruffin now up into the 4th spot. go in your championship final with the USA Limited Modifieds. Wally Beatty looking underneath Pepper Ray Kirkendall. It's a battle for 6. Beatty underneath Kirkendall. Beatty has it off of turn number 3 into 4. He's your new 6th place car. Vetter follows him. Up to 7th he goes. Beatty now looking underneath Garrett Corbin. Jimmy Stats, meanwhile, mired deep in the field right now. Your champion would be Michael Daniels if they finish how they run. Beatty gets a good run on Corbin. That's a battle for 5th in the 3 and 4. Yellow flag, though, for Jimmy Stats is around. Four down, 8 to go. Michael Daniels out front looking at a championship. Green flag is out. Mistake by Bobby Ruffin. Beatty and Corbin 3 wide with James McCreary coming into the fray. 5 cars under a blanket as Corbin slips up off the racing groove and almost off the track. Wally Beatty, the man on the move right now. Wally Beatty able to sneak under cars in both corners, particularly 1 and 2. As now Kevin Simpson reels in Michael Daniels. Robert Vetter looks underneath James McCurry. That's going to be for the 6th spot. Vetter underneath him as Michael Daniels slips up. Kevin Simpson is coming. Robert Vetter does make that move up into 6th. Ken Miller's falling back from Simpson and Daniels. It's a battle for 3rd now with Wally Beatty closing in. Bobby Ruffin in 5th. Vetter in 6th. 7th McCurry. 8th Neighbors. 9th Corbin. And 10th is Murray. Jimmy Stats threading the needle deep in the field. But he's got to hurry on up as he's got only 4 more laps remaining with Matt Reed going around in 3. Stephen Ashcraft as well. Yellow flag waves. Yellow flag coming out this time by. And the green flag is out. Michael Daniels shoots out to about a 5-car length advantage over your field. Kevin Simpson wheels him back in. Meanwhile, 3 wide for 5th. Make that 4th. Steven Neighbors on a move after starting. Steven Neighbors started 18th on the field. He's up to 4th. Marissa Rose goes around in turn 1. She keeps it going. But Steven Neighbors from 18th up into 4th in the 23 car. 2 to go. Ken Miller now works up into the 5th spot. Fending off Robert Vetter. Miller been running in your top 3, but Wally Beatty on a charge now. Wally Beatty and Kevin Simpson closing in with the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Daniels with a good run up at turn 2. And on at turn number 4, your 2014 Blaines Motor Supply USA Limited Modified Champion, Michael Daniels. 2nd, Kevin Simpson. 3rd, Wally Beatty. 4th, Stephen Neighbors. 5th, Ken Miller. 6th, Robert Vetter. 7th, James McCrae. 8th, Bobby Ruffin. And 9th is Jimmy Stats. But ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him, your 2014 Blaines Water Supply USA Limited Modified Champion, the Sheriff, Michael Daniels. Out here in Blaines Water Supply USA Limited Modified Victory Lane, and I guess you could call it Championship Circle too, but man, coming into this last night, you were the latter of the three, 60 points back from everybody, and unfortunately Randy Kirkland had some early issues, tried to make up for him, didn't make it out of the B main, so you were looking pretty after that heat race in B main. I mean, you had that front row starting spot, and on a track like this today, it was pretty impeccable to have that.
Yeah, as bad as we were Friday night with the car and just what went on, it definitely turned around tonight and got lucky and was able to start out front and hold our own.
Yeah, coming in 60 points behind, finishing 150 ahead, so kind of solidified it here with a win, huh?
Yeah, and feel bad for them guys that they had such bad nights, but glad we came out on top.
Definitely. Now, this car's for sale. What's wrong with you?
Crazy.
Trying to get faster or trying to move up?
No, we talked to Donnie and was talking about getting a new one, so we'll
Wicked
see.
Race Cars over there?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Who you want to thank for helping you get to this point, take home the championship and everything all throughout the year?
Wicked Race Cars, Performance Auto Supply. I mean, this motor's, I think when we tore it down, had like 70 nights on it. We put it back and it's still going, so can't thank them enough. And Reliable Plumbing, my dad, Greg, Dave, my wife for putting up with all the time out in the shop, and just everybody that helps us.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight and champion at the Devil's Bell Speedway in the Blaines Water Supply USA Limited Modifieds, the Sheriff, Michael Daniels. W from the back of this field, but up at turn number 4, there's your leader, there's your winner, the 121, Bobby Ruffin. Second, the V8 of Robert Vetter. Third, it's going to be Tyler Webb out of Wichita Falls. Fourth, the 56 car of Stephen Ashcraft. Green flag is out. Green flag in the air. Scott Prather on the throttle. Prather having some issues down the front straightaway. They go 3 wide for the lead into 1 and 2. Gary Corbett going to get that lead off of turn number 2. Jim Gracie and Prather side by side on the back straightaway as Kirkendall and Neighbors are as well for the 4th spot. Prather and Gracie still side by side. Prather on the bottom side, going to get second at the line. Neighbors moves up into 4th. Kim Miller on the inside of Kirkendall's. We got 5 cars under a blanket for that 2nd spot. Gary Corbin still leading the field. Ken Miller with a great move underneath Kirkendall, now underneath the 51X of Gracie. Miller underneath is now Kirkendall. Goes around, he keeps it straight though, we stay green. Neighbors starting to charge the outside line. He goes around Prather. Ken Miller now trying to get under 3 wide down the back straightaway. Ken Miller, Prather, and Neighbors 3 wide in a 3 and 4. Third position battle going at it right now. Josh Short to the bottom. Stephen Ashcraft up top. Josh Short going to get 3rd up at turn number 4. Robert Vetter starting to reel in Bobby Ruffin for this lead. Three down, 3 to go this time by, and the battle for the lead is starting to develop as the 56W Tyler Webb moves up into 4th. Bobby Ruffin hammering it down on the outside line. Robert Vetter pedaling it around the bottom, and he is starting to reel in that 121 car. And the green flag is out. Green flag in the air, and they're slowed up there. Green flag's out, boys. Stephen Ashcraft leads the field out of turn number 2. Bobby Ruffin with a good move up into 2nd. Here comes Robert Vetter as well into 3rd. 3 wide for 4th. Bobby Ruffin charges the outside around Ashcraft. He's going to lead lap number 1. Robert Vetter underneath Ashcraft. Now he's up to 2nd. Into 1 and 2 we go. Bobby Ruffin on the top line. Robert Vetter pedaling the bottom. 3 and 4. 2 to go at the line this time by. Can it be a race for the lead? Vetter good on the inner of the corner, but Ruffin strong on the exit as he pulls away into 3 and 4 from that V8 machine. White flag coming out this time by a little bit of a push by Ruffin, a little bit of a push by Vetter as well. As Tyler Webb, the man from Wichita Falls, up into 3rd, making a move to the front. Tyler Webb, what a drive in that 56.